Hello everyone. So this is revision video for linear algebra. So we will see the many important terms only. So basic operations in matrix is first is transpose of matrix. How to find transpose? Transpose AT or A dash. We will represent it like that. We have to interchange the row with their corresponding columns. If this is the matrix A, then its transpose is simply this row will becomes column, means here its order 2 cross 2 will be changed to 3 cross 2. Now determinant of a matrix, determinant is only valid for square matrix, na? So determinant is the expression or the value of the matrix according to the element position coefficient. The position coefficient is -1 to the power I plus j. Let's suppose 2 cross 2, then it will be this, and its determinant value will be multiplication of this minus ka multiplication of this. If 3 cross 3 is there, then this multiplied by, we will cancel this term and find 2 cross 2 matrix same like this above, and then we will take this minus ka this second term, so this will be cancelled and remain a21 a23 a31 a33. Likewise here plus minus plus, no? This I think you know this. Now some properties of determinant is, if we have we are asking that determinant of its transpose, then it will be same. If two matrices are in product, then we can simply calculate its individual determinant and we can multiply it. No need to do multiplication. Otherwise it will be very big task of doing multiplication, no? It is very time consuming. If it asking some power, then we can simply separately take power. If constant is there, then we can separately take constant to the power n, no? Because we know that in case of matrix, if we are multiplying any constant, then this k will be multiplied in whole term, whole element. But in determinant it will be multiplied to only any one row or any one column. So if n row is there, so k to the power n will be common. In determinant, if two rows or two columns are interchanged, then the value is changed with negative sign only. We know this also. If in determinant any two row or column is completely zero or identical, then its determinant value will be 0. Now the matrix multiplication. Matrix multiplication valid for a square and non-square matrix for both one, no? And its existence is, it exists only if here n and n should be equal, means column of this should be equal to row of this, because we know that we will cancel this and resultant will be m cross p. So this is the a b 3 cross 2 and 2 cross 3, so its multiplication is valid because 2 and 2 are common here, so 3 cross 2 will be the resultant. And how to multiply? We used to multiply this row by column. So first row by first column, 1 into 1 plus 4 into 3, and then first row second column, then first row second column, this, then second row first column, second row second column, like third row first column it will come here, in third row second column it will come in the last. So likewise we can calculate. So we know that if a and b are m cross n and n cross p, two matrices, then its resultant will have m cross p order and number of elements will be mp. mp elements will be there and number of multiplication will be mpn and number of additions will be mp into n minus ka 1. You can see here And trace of AB will be trace of BA. In generally AB not equal to BA, we know this, but trace will be equal to this. Trace of AB not equal to trace of B or trace of A. मतलब means we cannot do it separately. AB or BA, this trace will be same. Trace means sum of the diagonal elements. We know this. Now type of a square matrix, no, diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix means only diagonal element will be there, no? Only diagonal element will be there. This will talk about a square matrix. So only diagonal element will be there, remaining will be 0. And we can represent it like that. Minimum number of 0 in a diagonal matrix is n into n minus 1. Okay, AB equal to diagonal into diagonal B means we can simply take, if two matrices are there, then corresponding diagonal elements we can multiply. No need to do multiplication. A scalar matrix, it is also a diagonal matrix in which these all the elements will be equal. Now if all the elements will be 1, then it will be unit matrix. Means unit matrix is a scalar matrix simply with their elements equal to 1. We represent it as a I3, I1, I2, no? So it is also a square matrix, no? So keep in mind. Upper triangular matrix means triangle will be formed in upper. Again for a square matrix, triangle will be formed in lower. What is the meaning of triangle formation? Means other elements will be 0. For diagonal and triangular matrix, both upper and lower triangle, the determinant value is equal to the product of leading diagonal elements. No? That leading diagonal elements 1, 3, 6 means 18 will be its determinant value, and 24 will be its determinant value. Only we have to multiply. Symmetric matrix, if A transpose equal to A, then it will be symmetric. We know this. If A is a square matrix, then this is also for a square. Nah? This should be keep in mind. If A is a square matrix, then its summation or its with its transpose, product with its transpose will also be a symmetric matrix, and its negative will be a skew symmetric matrix. Okay, product will be product and summation, it will be symmetric, and minus will be a skew symmetric. If A is a symmetric matrix, then if any k is multiplied, then this will also be symmetric. If minus will be there or k is multiplied, or a power t, a power n, a inverse, if any matrix B transpose into B is multiplied like that, then also it will be a symmetric matrix. Okay, this power should be positive, no? Its inverse is also symmetric matrix. If AB are two symmetric matrix, no, here two symmetric matrices are there, then its plus minus will also be a symmetric matrix. No, here was transpose, no, so it was a skew symmetric, but two matrices are there and both are symmetric, so its difference or product ka sum, this AB plus BA, it will be symmetric matrix, and its difference AB minus BA will be a skew symmetric matrix. This you have to remember, AB is a symmetric matrix when AB will be BA. If this happens, then only it will be symmetric matrix, otherwise it will be non-symmetric. A square, A cube, A power 4 are symmetric matrix. We have already seen this. Now a skew symmetric, its transpose is minus ka hai na, and diagonal elements will be 0, and all the remaining of diagonal elements will be symmetric about this diagonal na, principal diagonal, and in this diagonal element was non-zero, but of diagonal elements was symmetric about principal diagonal. Its property is a to the power 2n is a symmetric, a to the power 2n plus 1 is a skew symmetric. If A is a skew symmetric matrix, then its positive power will be symmetric and its odd power will be askew symmetric. If something K is multiplied, then it will also be a skew symmetric matrix, and B transpose into A, B will be askew symmetric. If A is symmetric, then it will become symmetric matrix. We have already seen. Okay. If A and B are two askew symmetric matrices, then its summation and its products difference will also be askew symmetric matrix, and AB plus BA is symmetric matrix. Na? So this, if it is a skew symmetric matrix and C is a column matrix, means only column elements are there, then it is a zero matrix, null matrix. Okay, and this also we know that this is a symmetric and this is a skew symmetric matrix. Okay, if it is saying that a matrix is both symmetric and skew symmetric, it is only possible for a null matrix. If A is symmetric and B is skew symmetric, then its transpose of its product will be 0. Okay, and if any real square matrix A is there, so we can, like that, we can write any matrix in the form of symmetric matrix plus askew symmetric matrix, because we know that A plus A transpose is symmetric matrix and A minus A transpose is askew symmetric matrix. Okay, what is singular matrix? Singular matrix, square matrix having determinant 0. Non-singular or invertible matrix, na, means singular matrix will not have inverse, na, means inverse of a matrix is exist only if it is non-singular, means its determinant value should not be 0. So this is condition for a matrix to be invertible. This also keep in mind. Orthogonal matrix, if it's A into A transpose multiplication is identity matrix, and A transpose is also equal to A inverse. So if we are asking to find the inverse, then we can simply take the transpose. So this is a very important concept. This is hidden concept. No? In exam, in questions, we need to check it's A into A transpose. If it is coming I, then it means inverse of this function will be a transpose. Simply we can see the examples they are given. A inverse is A transpose, and it will be multiplication only. If A is the orthogonal matrix, then its inverse and its transpose are also orthogonal. Means if its inverse and its transpose will also be orthogonal matrix. Okay, its determinant value will be always plus minus 1. This remembered for objectives, and product of the determinant it will be 1. Okay, because A equal to A transpose we know, and its determinant value is 1, so product will be 1. Hermitian matrix, it is same like that, symmetric and askew symmetric. Here is Hermitian and askew Hermitian. Hermitian is A equal to A theta. What was A theta? A theta was transpose conjugate, means we have to take conjugate then transpose. So if it is coming A equal to A theta, it will be Hermitian. If it is coming A equal to minus of A theta, it will be askew Hermitian. Likewise, we see one example. This is the A, its conjugate will be only this complex part will be changed iota to plus iota to minus iota. Then theta, A theta will be conjugate of this transpose of this conjugate, na? It will be A theta, and it's coming out to be A, then it will be Hermitian, or it's coming out to be minus A, then it will be askew Hermitian. This is A, conjugate is this, and its transpose will be A theta. Transpose means this element will be changed to here. Now one more thing is the unitary matrix, na? If A into A theta is I, same like that orthogonal matrix, na? So orthogonal matrix was A into A transpose was I. Here unitary matrix is A into A theta is I. Here also A will be A theta, na? that will be A inverse. So you can find it. This is very easy one. See this key point. All the diagonal elements of a skew symmetric matrix are either 0 or purely imaginary. So this also keep in mind, okay? And next term is all the diagonal elements of Hermitian matrix are real. So this also you have to remember. Upper and lower diagonal elements should be complex conjugate pair. It should be in complex conjugate pair. If matrix A is unitary, then its inverse and transpose also will be in unitary, na? Its determinant value will be also plus minus ka 1, same like that orthogonal matrix, na? Because every property of orthogonal will be also the property of unitary matrix. This is the condition only. Determinant will be 1. Now one more is there, this term, na? Some small term is there, periodic matrix. If a to the power k plus 1 is A, where k is positive integer and k should not be equal to 0, means k should be at least greater than equal to 1, and k is called the period of the matrix, na? That's why it is a periodic matrix. If k power plus 1 is coming out to be same matrix, then it will be periodic. It is involutory if its a square is identity matrix, no? It's a square, not talking about cube. If a square is I, then it is an involutory matrix. For idempotent matrix, if A square is A, means idempotent matrix is simply a periodic matrix. For k equal to 1 means periodicity 1. An idempotent matrix is A to the power something 0, and this k can be anything 1 2 3 4. So this order can be 1 2 3 4, whatever is. The least value of the k is called the index of the nilpotent matrix, na? So determinant value of the idempotent matrix is either 0 or 1. So this is a very important key point. Plus please remember this: determinant value of the identity matrix is either 0 or 1, and determinant and trace of nilpotent is 0. And inverse of the nilpotent matrix does not exist, na? So this also keep in mind. Why does not exist? Because it's a singular matrix, na? Its determinant is coming out to be 0. Now main thing is coming, na? Main important term is eigenvalues and eigenvectors. The eigenvalue is nothing. Eigenvalue means is the root of this characteristic equation. What is the characteristic equation? A minus lambda I, na? A minus lambda I, what is its equal to 0. This is the characteristic equation, and its root is called characteristic roots or latent roots or eigenvalues. Its root may be lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3. No? If it is 2 cross 2, then there will be 2 eigenvalues, lambda 1, lambda 2. If it is 3 cross 3, then it will be 3 eigenvalues. Like example, this is 2 cross 2 matrix. Then A minus lambda I, no? A minus lambda I is also a matrix, and its determinant value will be 0. So minus lambda I, if we will do, I is, you know, I is identity matrix. If multiply with the lambda, then it will be, this diagonal element was 1, so multiplied by lambda, it will be lambda lambda, and off diagonal elements was 0. If we will subtract from A, then it will be 2 minus lambda, 5 will remain same, 4, 3 minus lambda, it will be 0, and its determinant value will be, then this will be our equation, and on solving this equation we will get 2 eigenvalues. Okay. Now its properties are main, very important. The sum of these elements is, now if it is asking there what is the sum of this eigenvalues, the sum of eigenvalues of a matrix is equal to the trace of the matrix. Means simply principal diagonal elements we have to sum 3 to 5, and this also sum 5. So this is very much important, and its product of this eigenvalues will be determinant. It means if it is saying that if equation is, we have a matrix na whose characteristic equation is this, okay, so what will be its determinant value? How will you find product of root? You know, if any a square is given, means quadratic equation is given, then what is its product of root? This c by a, you know, so minus 14 will be its determinant value, and trace of matrix is sum of root is minus b by a, so 5. From there also we can find, and from there also we can find by adding this element. So 3 methods are there, na? If characteristic equation is given, then it is very easy. Otherwise, if very big term is given, so finding determinant is very much difficult, so we can find from there only. For Hermitian matrix, every eigenvalue is real, okay, and every eigenvalue of a unitary matrix has absolute value plus minus ka 1. Lambda will be plus minus 1 for unitary matrix, okay. For any square matrix and its transpose A transpose have the same eigenvalues, na? A and A transpose has same eigenvalues. If lambda 1 lambda 2 is the eigenvalue, then if you will multiply by k or power m, then it will be correspondingly change inverse, then it will simply taking the inverse, it will be the eigenvalues of its inverse. So these properties are very much important for solving the problems. If any orthogonal matrix is there, then if lambda is its eigenvalue, then 1 by lambda will be also one eigenvalues. Can you prove this? Why it is coming? It is coming because we know that orthogonal matrix means A equal to A transpose equal to A inverse. A equal to A transpose equal to A inverse. And we know that if lambda is eigenvalue of A, na, then 1 by lambda will be eigenvalue of its inverse. And since A is equal to A inverse, so lambda and 1 by lambda should be equal, means this lambda and 1 by lambda should be the eigenvalues. So eigenvalue of a symmetric matrix are purely real, na, and a skew symmetric it may be purely imaginary or 0, either anyone it can be. 0 is an eigenvalue of a matrix if and only matrix is singular, then only it can be 0. If all the eigenvalues are distinct, then corresponding eigenvectors are independent. Okay, independent, I think you know, you have studied in vector. The set of eigenvalues are called a spectrum of A, and the largest eigenvalues in magnitude is called a spectral radius of that A, where A is a given matrix. Okay, this we have left, I think. No, we have covered all things. Now Cayley-Hamilton theorem. The Cayley-Hamilton theorem, according to this, it simply says that every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. So it is the same thing only. It is valid for a square matrix only, and it is used to find the inverse of a matrix. If this is the characteristic equation which was we have found by finding the this A minus lambda I, its determinant equal to 0. From there we have found this characteristic equation. Now, according to Cayley-Hamilton theorem, this matrix will also satisfy this. Means matrix will satisfy this. So after satisfying this, we will get this, and from there we can find inverse of matrix by multiplying the whole term by A inverse. Now, if we will solve problem, then only we will. This is the revision video, no? So we will not go in that much detail. Now next is the eigenvector. Now if a matrix A is having the characteristic roots lambda, it is eigenvalues, then there will be one vector x, non-zero vector, for which the equation characteristic equation will be multiplied with x and it will be 0, then it is where this is called the characteristic vector or eigenvector. Okay, this is its main equation where x will be eigenvector. So this also we can do. Ax equal to lambda into x into I is will be have like 1, so lambda into x, so this will be also one equation. Properties of eigenvalues, eigenvectors are: for every eigenvalue there exists at least one eigenvector. At least one eigenvector always will be there for every eigenvalues. It may be infinite also, maybe not maybe, it will be infinite. If a lambda is the eigenvalue of a matrix, then its corresponding eigenvector x is not unique. That is, we may have infinite. Na? If lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda n be the distinct eigenvalues of n cross n matrix, it is a square matrix, then its eigenvector will be x1, x1, x2. Corresponding to that, it will form an linearly independent set. If two or more eigenvalues are equal, then its eigenvectors are linearly dependent. Now, if two or more than two, if two eigenvectors x1 and x2 are orthogonal, then x1 transpose into x2, it will be 0. A matrix is said to be defective if it fails to have n linearly independent vectors. Then it will then we will say it is defective, and therefore it is not diagonalizable. Diagonalization is one important topic. We will not go that much in detail. All defective matrices have fewer than n distinct eigenvalues, but not all matrices are having fewer than n distinct eigenvalues are defective. No? So you can read this. Now normalized eigenvectors. What is normalized eigenvector? It is simply a unit vector. In vector it is unit vector, but in matrices we will say that normalized eigenvectors. So length is 1. Now you know that unit vector has the length unity. If x is a eigenvector AB 2 cross 1, then its length will be under root of a square plus b square. You have to remember this. And a cap, na? We know that vectors upon length of vector is a cap, na? So its order will be same, only it's divided by its determinant value, means its length. We can find the solve by example. This is the x, its determinant value means its magnitude is this, and we have to find the x cap, means normalized eigenvector, it will be this much. Now what will be the, we can cross check here, its magnitude should be 1. Now the rank of a matrix, it is the so rank of a matrix is the maximum number of linearly independent rows or columns. So many definitions are there, but this definition is important, so remember this one only. No? The maximum number of linearly independent columns or rows. A matrix is full rank. Full rank means if all row and columns are linearly independent. No, they are not dependent. Means there is no any non-zero elements, non-zero row or columns. Oh, sorry, there is no any zero columns or zero rows. So it is a full rank. Means its order will be the same as that rank. And rank of a matrix is denoted by row A. Now some properties are there, that is the important one. Rank of the matrix does not change by elementary transformations. So we used to find it by using echelon's form. Echelon's form is simply the, we will solve in problem, then we will see. It is simply the, if a matrix is there, then corresponding to this, from there we used to find make this 0. By using this we will make 0 this, likewise. No? Rank of a matrix is 0 only it is a null matrix. No? Rank is always less than minimum number of row or columns. whatever is minimum, that will be the rank, na, at least equal to that, na, or less than that. If it is like that, it is 2 cross 3, then its rank will be at least 2, or it may be lesser, na, at least 2 or lesser. Oh no, sorry, not at least 2, it's 2 or it's lesser. And if product is there, then again same thing, minimum of, but this and this, whoever is minimum. And rank of A transpose into A will be same as the A into A transpose, or simply we will take the separate rank. If A and B are two matrices of same order, then its rank of summation will be less than or equal to separate summation. And difference will also, but difference will be changed here, equal to sign, na, it will be greater than equal to. If A theta is the conjugate transpose of A, we already know that A theta, na. So if it is asking that rank of this, it will be same, and rank of A theta into A, it will be same as this. So same like that transpose, na. I have told you already that properties of every properties of orthogonal will be also followed in this. The rank of askew symmetric matrix cannot be 1. So rank cannot be 1 in case of askew symmetric matrix. If A and B are two n-row square matrices, then its product will be less than rank of A plus rank of B minus ka n. Now some more term is there, that is the solution of linear simultaneous equation, na. So we are talking about only linear, so solution of linear equation, na. So it may be homogeneous or non-homogeneous also. How we will say that it is a homogeneous and it is non-homogeneous? We know that if Ax equal to 0 type is there, then it is homogeneous. Ax equal to B type is there, then it is a non-homogeneous. And if x power is 1, so it is linear, na. We are talking only about linear equation. So how to find? So first we will have this Ax equal to B. X will be what? It may be eigenvector, na. Now Ax equal to B, we will check for consistency, na. So first we will make like that augmented matrix, which we will say A ratio B, this types of we will form. Then if rank of A is same as the rank of augmented matrix, then it will have consistent, na, means the solution will exist. If rank is not coming out, so we say, then we can simply say that it has no solution. But its rank is same and it is coming out to be number of unknown variables. Unknown variables, that will be, that is m cross n, na, that is the equal to m, na. And if rank is equal and it is less than the number of unknown variables, then it will be have infinite solution. Unknown variables here, it will be always lesser, na. M cross n, like 2 cross 3 or 5 cross 4 is there, then it will be lower, a smaller term, na. It will. So we have finished this, na. This was only for revision, na, that we have already studied this in detail. So thank you.